Congratulations. But you should mention my name.
Oh shit, I didn't know who that was.
Man, you have to fight.
Merab Dvalishvilli calling out Sean O'Malley backstage. Good on Merab is all I can say. And he put out a fantastic comment saying she's a runner, she's a track star, and I had to reply saying, hey, Merab's got jokes. Merab really is growing on me. This guy is quite funny. I'm not going to lie. He's got jokes. My guy is... he could be something. And I'm glad that he is calling out Sean O'Malley, because O'Malley, let's be real, folks, he wants no part of Merab. Whether he's scared or not is another matter, but he is going out of his way to mention everybody's name except Merab. In the post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, he said he wants to go to Spain and fight Ilia Topuria, and I'll get to that in a second. Also, Joe Rogan laid the groundwork for O'Malley to basically say do no wrong in the post-fight interview. He said, before he asked him what's next, they say you're not a champion until you defend it. I disagree. I felt you were a champion coming into this fight. And Joe Rogan does this a lot. I'm not trying to dump on the guy, I'm just being honest. He picks out the fighters he likes and he gives them layups. He gives them a soft cushion to lie on so that basically he's stroking their ego before they even have to answer. And he does this with some fighters and other fighters. He's way too biased on the mic, is what it is. Just noticed it for years. So he gave Sean O'Malley something to lie on, and O'Malley, he did mention Morab, but after mentioning Topuria 2 or 3 times, in the post-fight press conference, he actually gets asked by a guy who doesn't speak English very well, because he worded the question, they say you should fight Morab next, will you? And O'Malley literally said, yeah, sure. And his voice was quite high-pitched, so he sounded nervous. And look, people are going to say he's going to shoot for greatness, etc. It does add to your legacy, yes, getting a title shot in the second weight division. But people have been saying they're saying what I've been saying for years since Conor McGregor tried to do it. It's so forced, and it is actually a clever way to duck contenders, because you're getting paid for a fight in another division, and you get the ability to add to your legacy. If you lose, you can say, well, it's not my natural division. I was just trying to chase greatness. Like, how many times did we hear Israel Adesanya say, I dared to be great, and that's all the media talked about afterwards. Oh, he dared to be great, ignoring the fact that Jan Blachowicz dominated the hell out of him. So, again, it's a clever way to avoid contenders. It's gaslighting, it's smoke and mirrors, whatever metaphor you want to use. It's, again, clever way to duck the best fighters in your division. And O'Malley, I'm going to give him some credit here. When he's not trying to put on an act, he's actually a lot more likable. I noticed this years ago when he fought Petr Yan, and his whole demeanour in the interview and the post-fight press conference was that of somebody who knew he kind of got away with one. And if he had lost that fight legitimately, then he would have had to say, yep, I got beaten up in this fight. He could not have hung his hat on any perennial nerve nonsense or anything like that. He seemed to have that humility about him. And he showed that in this interview with Megan Levy, where he still mentioned Ilia Topuria, but he did also mention Merab Dvalishvilli. And in this interview a couple of days ago with Robert Whittaker, before he answered any questions from Robert, he first congratulated him on his win over Paulo Costa. So again, Sean O'Malley, he's a lot more likable and genuine when he isn't putting on an act, when he's just being himself. So I think he should do more of that. I think he doesn't need to worry about putting on an act and, trying to be Conor McGregor or anything like that. I'd say just be yourself, man, because he's going to definitely bring a lot of eyes to the sport because of the, as much as we like to cringe at it, the audience he attracts. And if he is just himself, I think he will be a lot more popular among most fans, but particularly hardcore fans. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down below about Merab Dvalishvilli's call out. Do you agree with what I said about Champ fights? And do you agree about O'Malley being a lot more likable when he's not trying to put on any act and dress up in silly clown outfits? Catch you guys later. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.